Alright, so I just got done watching the new animated movie Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. And I've got to say, this movie reminded me of a few things. For starters, I'm sorry, folks, I forgot to watch the new season of the live action show. So I need to get on that so I can make the review for you because I did the first season. And secondly, it reminds me of what I like about the format of animation because it is a much better way to tell these stories because there's so much you can do in animation. Although, one thing I must admit, I do think the airbending in this movie is a bit weaker than the shows, but I'll explain more of that later. But let's just start with the story. I think this is a really fun little tale and adventure with the Avatar Aang crew as they learn of some new mysterious device from the past that conveniently is never mentioned in Korra. Which I tease about that part, but I do think it's kind of funny. But besides the point, I think this is a really interesting little story that shows that there could have been a resurgence of airbenders a lot sooner, but it does actually work in leading into how Korra happens. I do like how there is that setup for what happens in season 1 of Korra inside this show. Inside this movie for that show. And so, thinking of the larger universe and the fact that there's already a sequel to this made, so this is a sequel and a prequel simultaneously, I think it does a pretty good job, even though I do think maybe it could have benefited from being either a little bit longer or a show in of itself. I do like the idea of making it a movie, though. I do think this is one of the few animated features that I understand why they probably made it only 90 minutes, but I do think it could have been a little longer, and honestly, I'm still yelling at them for not letting this have a theatrical window, which I do think it should have. But story-wise, I'm going to give it a hand grenade score. Cinematically, again, I love the animation in this. I think it's really well done. I love how they did earth bending and water bending and fire bending. Those were all so vibrant, and the way that the fight sequences in this movie were made, it's so good. Just visually a treat the whole time, and I really enjoyed that. Now, the biggest real issue, though, comes with, I do think the airbending was maybe a little lacking in its color that the show used to have. Usually the airbending was always shown in this blue, tint to differentiate from the background a little more. And this one, they really just stuck with the normal, wind that they would have done in a movie or in a live-action sort of sense. And I was actually a little disappointed with that, especially since I'm giving high praise to X-Men 97 for very cleverly differentiating how the psychic and magnetic abilities are colored and how they are being used in that instead of just being, oh, metal is lifted now. And so I really do miss that part of the airbending in this movie, although they do use a lot of spirit energy in this one, which you've never saw Aang do, but you saw a lot of Korra doing it. So I thought that was a really nice mix and another clever little introduction as to why the spirit world might be a little more upset come Korra's time. So again, there's all these tiny little things that I really love that they try to connect the timeline between Korra and Aang, and I'm just really excited to see what they do next, especially with their new Avatar show that they're doing. I think that should be really good. But yeah, cinematically, this was a treat. Like I said, phenomenal, and they really did use the show's score very wisely. So another hand grenade score here. Directing, I thought, like I said, pretty well directed. I do think could have been a little longer. The pacing was a bit wonky because of the fact that they were definitely constricted to a shorter runtime, and just that this has always been a show, so there's always been more time to flesh out the characters. So doing it in the 90-minute time frame when you usually had a 20 episode season is really tough, but I do think they did a good job handling it. I do really enjoy how the director made sure that there was a sequence where every single character had something to do. There was a sequence where everyone in Team Avatar had their own spotlight and had their own time to shine to make the plot progress, and I thought that was really nice directing and touch there to make sure that there was a focus and a whole sequence that was really well executed that gave every single member a time to shine. So yeah, again, hand grenade there. Voices. I think I really do kind of enjoy the new voice cast for this. I thought it was really fun hearing some other voices that I just wasn't expecting. Like, I do think that they did a good job with the main four. And then just hearing the random one-off voices also made me laugh, and especially realizing Ken Jeong was in this. Because I recognized Ronnie Chang immediately, which was hilarious. Taika, I also did. Dave Bautista, which is really fun seeing Bautista voicing a character here when he's so often fan casted as live-action Zahir. So that was a fun little thing. But yeah, I thought the voice cast was all phenomenal. I'd really enjoyed all of them, and I did really enjoy the random one-off, like, more popular voices. I really like how they weren't stuffed into the main four. So yeah, I do miss the original voice of Zuko, though. I kind of wish he was in there still, but besides the point. Still great voice performances, so I'll give a hand grenade score there. Expectations and experience, like I said, I didn't really know what to expect. I was just expecting a good time, and I had a really good time with it. I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I would love to see more if they want to make more of these Avatar movies, either another Avatar Aang one, or personally, I would love to see a new Avatar Korra one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If Certified Hand Grenade movie, I cannot wait to rewatch this. I cannot wait to show my friends, and that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. If you enjoyed it, or now you're planning on seeing it, subscribe if you haven't already, and on that, I'll leave you guys to it. Until next time, bye.